MVP.
Glad we got that.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So after the fall you had 3 years ago, did you recognize what happened in the race and kind of how that played out?
I did. Yeah, it's just stuff happens. The sport is just crazy and unpredictable and tough, and yeah, nobody deserves that. She didn't deserve that today. I didn't deserve it 3 years ago. It just happens. But yeah, it's just a whirlwind of emotions. I'm just in shock. Yeah.
What do you remember about the race?
I remember it going by really quickly. Honestly, I just was focused on just getting to the finish line the best I could, the fastest I could, and yeah, I just made it happen. And I'm just so blessed to have been to win it, to be top 3 even, but was kind of the goal. But yeah, I'm just shocked.
Were you surprised when you made the move that nobody was challenging you?
I honestly, I wasn't even thinking. I just kind of felt it in my spirit to just go for it, and then went. And then I've never moved there before, so I was like, well, I hope that works. And it just, yeah, we were able to pull it off. So.
Yeah, in that respect, I mean, like you said, whether it was top 3 or win, you're going to Paris either which way. But I mean, to do it against this field, you know, whatever sorted itself out with Othing, you know, irregardless, just that field, nobody's ever had to run against, you know, that field and win at that level before. I mean, how proud does that make you?
Yeah, I don't think it's really settled in yet, to be honest. I'm even just gosh, just it wouldn't happen the way it just wouldn't happen with all the women that are just so talented in the 8. So I think making it through the rounds is really tough, and there's a lot of people that didn't make the final that could, you know, just there's just a lot of ways that it could have gone. So yeah, so I'm super proud to have made it through and to accomplish the goal of being top 3 and to move on to Paris. And I mean, trials is so difficult here in the US, so we just practiced what the Olympics is gonna be. It's just 3 rounds, kind of the same setup. So that's really cool that, you know, we just kind of went through the motions, and hopefully, you know, the Olympics is a whole different ball game, but hopefully it's just a little bit easier. My body remembers doing these rounds. So yeah, I am proud and I'm excited. Excited for the future.
What's the goal for Paris, and what did Budapest teach you about what you're going to be up against?
Yeah, gosh, Budapest, I've been praying for Paris forever. So Budapest was just kind of a shock. I was very happy to make that team, but it wasn't the one that I was really hoping to make. So I think having that experience is super important now. I think I learned that, I think in the final, that was my first time being really in over my head last year, and it was just the depth was insane in the final, and just kind of finishing and feeling I'm slowing down, and just seeing that gap and feeling it and wanting to do better and wanting more, just kind of having that hunger from Budapest last year going into Paris this year. It's not going to be so unfamiliar racing those ladies, and I'm not going to feel inexperienced, which I think is huge. I've raced them a few times now, and I've been in over my head a lot, and this meet was really hard, and we made it through alive. So yeah, I'm excited.
Were you aware in the moment that it was a thing who had fallen, and did that affect the way you ran the race at all?
No, I didn't know who went down. I just knew somebody went down, and I was just tunnel vision, focused on just finishing the race, and yeah, it was just crazy.
Did it throw you off your own race at all?
No, I was just I was just forward focused, honestly. Yeah.
It seemed like you were accelerating even still down the home stretch, running 157. What do you feel is still in the tank? Do you think faster is possible in what you're aiming for?
I think so. I do. I felt like running down the home stretch, I was kind of expecting somebody to kind of come up on me. So, yeah, I'm curious to see in Paris, obviously, the competition is going to be, you know, just super difficult there. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what it's like kind of battling people down the home stretch, or I don't know how it's going to play out, but yeah, being in a kind of kick battle at the end is it's very different than just kind of like running running like that. So yeah, I don't know. You never know how it's going to play out, but I'm expecting to have to work a lot harder.
It's 2021, a lot like that race 3 years ago. Different, but similar in many ways, but you're on the other end this time. Can you talk about what today represented for you, moving through, the last 3 years trying to get to this place, and now you've kind of accomplished that?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here today without that happening to me then, and I think, honestly, like, it took me a while, but I'm super grateful for it because I learned a lot from it, and it sucked and it happened, but it helped me grow a lot as a person and grow my faith and really trust Jesus more, because you just never know what's going to happen in life. Nothing's promised, and I don't deserve this win any more than anybody else did. It's like a blessing. It just happened, and that just happens then. So it's just kind of like life. It's just life, so yeah, I'm very grateful to I'm just very grateful to have this blessing and to keep growing as a person and growing in my faith and everything. But yeah, it's just life, and it's just unfair sometimes. And both then and now, what happened, just unfair. And it's the sport, crazy and unpredictable. So yeah.
You didn't win your sitting yesterday. Were you holding back, or what was going on yesterday?
Yeah, this was the race I cared about the most. But Allie's strong, so she won it fair and square. So yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.